There comes a moment in every person's life when they realize they've been living according to someone else's expectations. Perhaps it was the expectations of family, society, friends, or even social media. From a young age, we're told who we should be, what we should believe, what success should look like, and how we should live. Without realizing it, many people spend years chasing goals that were never truly theirs. They follow paths they didn't choose, wear masks to gain approval, and ignore the voice deep inside that tells them they are meant for something different. Then one day, they ask themselves a powerful question. Who am I really? And that is often the moment life truly begins. Most people believe that finding yourself means discovering some hidden secret about your personality. But finding yourself is not about discovering something new. It is about removing everything that isn't really you. It's about peeling away the layers of expectations, fears, insecurities, and social conditioning that have accumulated over the years. Imagine a sculpture hidden inside a block of stone. The artist doesn't create the sculpture is already there. The artist simply removes everything that doesn't belong. In the same way, your true self is already within you. The challenge is removing everything that hides it. One of the biggest obstacles to self-discovery is the constant need for approval. Many people spend their lives trying to please others. They want to be liked, accepted, and admired. As a result, they change themselves to fit in. They hide their opinions, suppress their dreams, and sacrifice their authenticity for acceptance. But every time you betray yourself to gain approval, you lose a piece of your identity. Finding yourself requires the courage to disappoint people. It requires the willingness to live according to your values rather than someone else's expectations. Another important step is learning to spend time alone. In today's world, people are surrounded by constant noise. Social media, entertainment, notifications, and endless distractions leave little room for reflection. Many people are uncomfortable being alone because solitude forces them to face themselves. But solitude is where self-discovery begins. When the noise disappears, you can finally hear your own thoughts. You begin to understand what truly matters to you. You discover what inspires you, what drains you, and what kind of life you genuinely want to create. Finding yourself also requires questioning the beliefs you've inherited. Much of what we believe about success, happiness, relationships, and identity comes from other people. We absorb ideas from parents, teachers, friends, and culture without examining whether they are true for us. Mentally strong people challenge these assumptions. They ask difficult questions. They think independently. They refuse to accept beliefs simply because everyone else does. This process can be uncomfortable, but it is necessary. Growth begins when you start thinking for yourself. Another lesson is understanding that mistakes are part of self-discovery. Many people are afraid to try new things because they fear failure. They want certainty before taking action. But certainty rarely exists. You discover who you are through experience. Every success teaches you something. Every failure teaches you something. Every challenge reveals strengths and weaknesses you didn't know existed. The path to self-discovery is not a straight line. It is a journey filled with experiments, lessons, and unexpected turns. One of the most powerful signs that you're finding yourself is when you stop comparing your life to others. Comparison is one of the greatest obstacles to happiness and authenticity. When you constantly measure yourself against other people, you lose sight of your own path. You begin chasing goals that belong to someone else. Finding yourself means understanding that your journey is unique. You don't need to have the same timeline, achievements, or lifestyle as anyone else. Your purpose is not to become a copy of someone you admire. It is to become the best version of yourself. As you continue growing, you'll begin to notice that many of your fears start losing their power. Fear often comes from living according to external expectations. You're afraid of failure because you're worried about what others will think. You're afraid of rejection because you've attached your self-worth to approval. But when you know who you are, these fears become less important. Your confidence no longer depends on external validation. It comes from within. Another important lesson is learning to accept yourself completely. Self-discovery is not about becoming perfect. It is about becoming honest. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses. Everyone has flaws and imperfections. The people who live the most fulfilling lives are not those who are perfect. They are those who accept themselves and continue growing. Self-acceptance creates freedom because it allows you to stop fighting yourself. Instead of wasting energy pretending to be someone else, you can focus on becoming who you truly are. Finding yourself also means taking responsibility for your life. Many people blame circumstances, society, or other people for their unhappiness. While external factors can influence your life, they do not determine your future. The moment you take responsibility for your choices, actions, and mindset, you reclaim your power. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as the creator of your future. One of the most surprising truths about self-discovery is that it never really ends. You are constantly evolving. Your experiences change you. Your challenges shape you. Your goals grow. Finding yourself is not a destination you reach once and forget about. It is a lifelong process of learning, growing, and becoming. The more self-aware you become, the more authentic your life becomes. At the end of the day, life truly begins when you find yourself, because that is the moment you stop living on autopilot. It is the moment you stop following paths chosen by others and start creating your own. It is the moment you stop seeking approval and start seeking purpose. It is the moment you stop pretending and start living authentically. The world will always try to tell you who you should be. People will always have opinions about how you should live your life. But the most important voice you will ever hear is your own. When you learn to listen to it, trust it, and follow it, everything changes. Because the greatest achievement in life is not becoming rich, famous, or successful by someone else's definition. The greatest achievement is becoming yourself. And once you do, you'll discover that life doesn't truly begin when you achieve something. Life begins when you finally find yourself.